Kimmy's like, I'm gonna lay down now. Okay, so I am going to groom Kimmy today. I'm going to do her in a 1/2 inch on her body and an O on the legs. And I think an O on top of the head. Mom likes long ears and tail, and she likes her to keep her eyelashes. So she's got really super long eyelashes, but besides that, she likes a pretty cute short face. Yeah. So I already have her all brushed out and combed out. I think I'm supposed to demonstrate that, so I'm gonna go ahead and move her. And I've already all combed her out. So she's all good and combed out, even the feetsies, ears. I use my cordless for my sanitary, my pads, and I think that's it. My sanitary, my pads is what I use it for, and I use it on a number 10 blade. I'll go ahead and do that. That's what I usually start with in my routine, is my sanitary. Oh, and I do my armpits too, in a number 10. My butt's always clean. And then go, let's see, go underneath. I never got in the habit of lifting them up, like on their 2 legs, so I just do it this way. That's it. And so, let's see here. You can see that? That's kind of my good sanitary. Sorry, Kimmy. But I don't like to go super short. And then we'll do my armpits. And then pads and nails. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you good girl. For my pads, I use a 40. That way I don't have to dig in there. I just tap it. So nice. Is my finished pad. I don't usually like to dig in there too much because I feel like it just causes issues and irritation. I clip and Dremel my nails. Just tab it. Good girl. I'll just basically move around her. Good girl, Kimmy. Alright. And then what I like to do is use thinning shears for the scoop. That way when it grows back it's not as harsh. And it usually won't irritate the eyes as much. She is kind of sensitive about this area, so I just go slow. Let's see if I can turn this way. Do it. Come on, Kiams. You are being such a good girl. Thank you. She does like to stick her tongue out sometimes, so gotta keep that. Apparently at one point in time a groomer cut her eye, so, or her eyelid or something like that, so she was really super sensitive about it after that. But she trusts me. Make sure I got it all. Try to pull it up a little bit. There. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna use a 1/2 inch on her body. I usually always start with the back of the head, back of the neck area. Actually, I'm going to start on her legs since they are a little bit longer. So go ahead and start with her legs this time and see how that goes. She is a little sensitive with her legs, as every dog is. Let me show. I try to be super gentle with the legs and not worry too much about getting them too perfect with the guard comb, because I'll just go over them with the scissors. Good girl. Good girl. And switch to my 1/2 inch. And blend it into the legs. I'll start over here. Ay, no, Kimia. Good girl.
You are such a good girl. Yes, you are.
Go. Reverse right under the chin, right in the neck area. Very good. He's like, yeah, let's just cuddle here. Let's get your neck off. It's like she can tell she's being watched. She usually isn't this still. She's usually kind of more of a squirm butt. Yeah, squirm girl, huh? We'll go off the tail a little bit. Not too much. She always mats up in this area, so I tend to take it a little bit shorter. Right there. I'll go down the butt. Good girl. Now, probably push it down a little bit. I'll go over this right here. Right? There we go. Good girl. Try to use her loose skin to just kind of adjust it as I go and get it in different areas down her belly that I couldn't normally get. Hi, Minnie. Down your belly. Yeah, you know that sound, huh? Yeah. Off the legs. Oh, that looks really good. It is. I'm gonna get her rear end nice and tight.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if you sprayed any cologne back there. I'm a little worried about that. That might be something that's going on. Uh-oh. Switch out my 30 blade because it's getting really warm. I think I use an O on her head. I think so. I'm just gonna use an O on her head. Pretty sure that's what I use. Pull it out. Make sure it's right there. Up. Use that same blade and kind of clean it up a little bit. I don't think I want to touch your face yet, so I think your mama likes your face long. This. On the back of the neck. Your little tongue sticking out. Alright. Let's see here. I definitely don't back brush her at all. Like, it'll make her hair seem really choppy if I do. So I usually just go over it a few times and then I'll do the scissor work on her and then I'll go over her again because some flyaways will come up after that. Alright, so this is all I do for the blading so far, just now. I'll do some more after. Now I'm going to start in on my scissor work. I start on the back right leg and work my way around and do it that way. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I've kind of gotten in the habit of it, so we'll see. Her mom likes really super long ears and tails, so. So I always use my straights. I have my curves and my thinners. I don't have any blunt tip shears anymore. I used to, but now I haven't used them for a while. So I do a lot of scissoring. That's my favorite thing to do is scissoring. I use my straights for most of my scissoring. I only use my curves on top knots, on beveled feet, just on the super round things, or like on rounding ears or something like that. So, but other than that, I mostly use my straights. Oh, good girl. And for her tail, I just pull it down. Make sure it doesn't touch the ground. Yeah. Her tail is super long. But Mama likes it that way, huh? She likes that long tail. And then we'll give it a little bit of a shape. A little bit. So it's more flowy. Good. Okay. Alright, start with my butt. And I know, which is a sensitive area, huh, girly? I don't know if I should be showing this while I work. I'm just basically going through and cleaning it up. My brush. I use the soft slickers, the bendy type. I love these. I don't ever use anything else. So I scissor it up, brush it down. Start with my back feet. Try to keep my main edge on the outside of the pads as I'm scissoring in towards it. I don't remember the last time I cut a pad, probably back in school. I think I cut a pad pretty good. So I'll do my 2 back feet on the bottom. And I'll go through and comb up. This is my favorite part, doing the legs. I don't know why. I'm a leg fanatic. I love cute leg and feet. I think just making it look as straight as possible makes me feel good. Straight legs are awesome, with some nice angulation in the back. Still like angulation. I always end up kind of taking it a little bit shorter in the hock area though, because it's kind of a messy area. She tends to get matted back here too, so make it shorter. Good girl. I don't like big puffy feet. I like short feet. I'll comb it down and see what I got. Oh, girlfriend. It's kind of hard doing it. Super downy, soft, like cottony hair that it's just, I mean, it's beautiful, but it shows everything. Alright. So, trim my foot, and I'm going to back comb up and work on my leg. Ooh, Kimmy, did you just rip butt? That smells like it. I always feel like if, groomers are artists, and if I were to relate myself to an artist, I feel like I don't know much about Picasso, but like how he, like, I guess a really like messy, all over the place type thing that turns out beautiful in the end, but in the meantime it's like all chaotic and messy. I feel like that's my style of grooming. I always like to scissor more than clipper, and it probably doesn't save me much on time. We'll see how the finish is. Let's see, little flyaways. Up, up. I don't like you anymore. I know, are you hot? I'm hot, girlfriend. I'm hot, hot. It's hot. Probably shouldn't be scissoring this while she's sitting down, but I'll work with you. So next foot. Really should be like explaining stuff and stuff. I just don't know what to explain. Lighter is always better. A lighter touch is always better than a rough touch. That's one thing. I'm very, very soft to the touch. I like soft. Soft and gentle. Yeah, I always end up bending in really weird, awkward positions too. Just to kind of try to work with the dog more than anything. Make sure that they're comfy, and then if they're comfy, then they don't move as much and I can do a better groom. Let's see. Yeah, Kimmy used to be kind of a crazy girl. She's a little crazy when I first started grooming her, but we've come into our own now. We're buds. Yeah, we're buddies. That's how I like it with all my dogs. I'm scared to actually get a dog of my own because I feel like all of my customers' dogs are like my babies. I don't know if I'd ever be able to get my own dog. See, and that's, I just kind of work around, run this way, and then I'll go back over everything and try to make it all even and proportionate. I got hair in my eye. Didn't wash off my mascara from last night. Getting hair all over my eyes. Oh. She really gets some matting in these back leg areas. I think she licks something. She's got that super, super, super fine hair, so I'm not surprised. First. A little bit of angle. Gotta make sure the leg connects in this area, but she really mats up in these areas, so I gotta keep it short. Otherwise, I might have left it a little bit longer in that area. down, and so now I go over everything. I comb it all down. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Usually. I usually always try to leave the legs longer unless the customer requests. For one, because I think, you know, it's easier to leave them more proportionate to the body if they're left a little bit longer, and two, because I have more scissor room to correct faults and make them look nice. I'm a scissor-holic. Good way to put it. Scissor-holic. Scissor-holic. So, okay. I think that we were pretty much done scissoring. Now it's like kind of cleanup mode. I comb, everything down and see where all my sticky outies are. Good girl. And see, I already have a bunch of sticky outies. This way, and then I like to get a front view and I can see how parallel the legs are or aren't. And from the side, trying to get as many different views as possible. Okay, all right. Okay, Hunkofan. So I usually carry it in the front and go. Yeah. Some of my trouble spots are usually my feet, not like getting the bottom of my feet good, bottoms of my feet. Gotta lift them up. Somehow I always have sticky outies down there. I don't know why it works for me to blow her coat sometimes, because it's so soft. It'll show all my mistakes. Yeah, I do that a lot. I get in the habit of blowing on the coat to kind of clear out everything. I do that a lot. This week? I also do the swishing a lot of times. I'll swish the coat with my scissors, see what all sticks out. Which I heard that's something you shouldn't do if you're going to do testing, is manipulate the coat with your shears and not a comb. Which, who knows, I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I heard. See that? Yes, I see that little tail going. Alright, so now that my legs are pretty much set in, I'm going to go back over with my 1/2 inch. So I don't know if you can see, this is like, I think I showed it before, my whole area, and these are where I keep my clippers hung up right there, which are pretty close. They're still a little far, but kind of close. Yeah, around the neck area is a good area where I usually get a lot more taken off. Follow with the grain. Keep the scissors off the table so they don't go flying. Alright. Now for the face. Ooh, this one, let's see here. We might need, let's see, because I'm going to be doing her face. So many customers always ask for short around the eyes. Being able to create that almost like a bevel outside the eyes sometimes will be okay, but a lot of times they'll just be like, no, super short, so above the eyes. I like to get the mouth pretty cleaned up. If I can, I like getting any hairs that are stuck inside the mouth, if they'll let me, around the ear canal. I really like cleaning up around the ear canal to make sure that stays open so the air can get in. Yeah, just a cute round face. Mom asked for me to clip her whiskers and try to keep this part a little bit longer, but you'll see, it's a little weird. So I'm going to start with my thinning shears. If she had more hair on her face, I'd probably take a whack at it with my shears, but since it's not super long, I'm just going to start with my thinners. Start with in front of the ears.
So with pendant ears, does trimming the hair around help keep them cleaner?
Yeah, it helps air get in there to where bacteria and the moisture and everything, because if there's moisture in there and bacteria gets in there, then it's going to create problems. I always like I don't really like plucking ear hair because sometimes that can create problems. So I'm really delicate when it comes to plucking ear hair. I did pluck hers a little bit before because Mom requests it. She says it helps, so I try to do it so she doesn't get ear infections. And then go around the eyes. Go the other ear. Get the stuff behind the ear too. Clean it all up. Make sure I don't cut her lashes. Mom likes her lashes. Good girl. Oh, my nose is just... Alright. I guess I'll go ahead and pull it forward on the bangs. See if there's a lot of overhang, which it seems like there is here. I'm going to go ahead and trim that.
Yeah, it's got to be an art to make them look nice, but also give them good vision.
Right? Yeah, it's sometimes it's really difficult. Other times not, but most of the time, yeah. She's got these little whiskers. Try to trim those back a little bit. Find them. This is the part where I get in front of the mouth. She's actually letting me today. Usually she doesn't. Kind of cool.
She knows she has to behave because of the video.
Yeah, she definitely has taken a hint to that. Like, okay, I know what's going on.
Instructional video.
Yep. Like, I guess I'll be okay. I'll be good. You're always a good girl, sweetheart. You are. That's pretty good. Yeah, her face already has a pretty good shape to it, so I'm just going to clean up around the bottom. Get that roundness in there.
Hopefully this video will have enough close-ups to show you the technique.
Yeah, I hope so too. We'll see.
It's okay, you have to be quiet. Can you come through? Sure, go ahead. Hi. What's up? What are you doing?
I'm like, only early for a long time.
pokey uppy, probably because I took it too short right there. It's hard finding a balance on her face to where not to take it too short, but you gotta shorten it up some, because Mom likes it to, because when it's longer it'll hang down more, and if you get it too short then it starts pricking up, and yeah, so it's trying to find a good balance with her. Blowing on the face always gets them to shut their mouth, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, I hear you, girlfriend. I hear ya. Trying to round it up. See that round semicircle up to the ear is usually what I go for. Clean it up really well. Alright, almost done. Try to blend that a little more. Alright, last but not least, I'm going to trim her ears and then clean her ears out. Oh, nice. I think I did yours at a slant last time. Let's see it from a weird angle here. Almost done. Trying to make it so it's the same on both sides. Some eyelashes in the way there. You're such a doll. And I'm gonna probably call it about good. See if her ears are even. I'll take my thinners to them and a little bit of a slant. Just give them too short on this side. The bottom of her chin. Alright, really. See if I can stand back. I can't tell if her ears are even. It's a little bit longer than there. Sorry, just gonna pull the whisker. Alright, so nice. Make sure the belly's all cleaned up. Alright. Oh, it's so cool. That's not good. Good thing. Alright, go spritz. Right. Oh, see, it's got some hairs sticking out. This is where mom's like super, super short over the eyes. Ready? Super, super short. Ready? Good girl. Sit. Yeah, cute girl. Cute girl. Oh, pretty girl. Alright. I like to work with the dog to where if the dog's comfortable, they're going to cooperate more. I never have really tight leads if sometimes I don't have leads on at all. But each dog is different. I try to work with them and make them happy. Because when they're happy, I'm happy. They make my job easier. So, yep, that's all there is to that. I love what I do. And I'm only hoping to learn more and get better. So like, why are you kissing me, Boom Booms?
That's good.